It's Slim Reda here with 15 Minutes of Fame. This is Punchlines in Politics, and this is today's news. This past weekend, we had Mook versus Tay-Rock, the card go down. That was a very, very highly anticipated card, highly anticipated matchup on the headline, that mega match, super match. That one started off on the undercard with Loso versus EK. That was a really great battle to start the night off. The Caffeine chat voted for that battle in favor of Loso 3-0. Next up on the card, we had Danny Myers versus Jerry West. Danny Myers came out very festive, dressed for Halloween in a costume. Jerry West came ready and prepared to battle that night as well. The Caffeine vote had that battle in favor of Jerry West 3-0. That was the second one of the night. Next up on the card, we had B-Dot versus Holmesy the God. That battle was very intense. Holmesy came out with the Elevate shirt on. Shout out to B-Dot. However, B-Dot won the victory with the Caffeine vote 3-0, which was the third one of the night, going into the headline match, Mook versus Tay-Rock. As the night went on, throughout this night, we saw the crowd start to get bigger. We started to see more faces. However, for this match, there were special circumstances. There was no crowd for this match. There was only smack. He got into the coin flip, and we got right into it. First round, the Caffeine vote had Tay-Rock winning. Second round, the Caffeine vote had Tay-Rock winning. And the third round, the Caffeine vote had Mook winning. This battle has caused a lot of controversy on blogs and on social media recently based on who won with that Caffeine vote. There are a lot of people stating that they have Mook winning as opposed to Tay-Rock, and they do not go off of that Caffeine vote. That was a highly anticipated battle. We're glad that battle went down. It is a classic in the eyes of the people. And on to the next. During that event, we had Watch the Throne 4. The entire card was dropped. That card is very, very interesting. We have some heavy hitters. We have some females returning back to Queen of the Ring. And we also have a lady returning back to Battle Rap for us. First off, on that card, we have Official versus 40 Bars. This is a battle that is a long time coming. All of the fans on both sides, Official fans and 40 Bar fans, have wanted to see this matchup for a very, very long time. We're finally getting this match, and we get to see it on Watch the Throne 4. We get to see who takes the crown in that one. Next up, we have Miss Hustle versus Lady Luck. Miss Hustle hasn't been on Queen of the Ring in some time. Neither has Lady Luck. We've seen both of them returning this year for Watch the Throne 4 to see who takes the crown in that battle. Next up on the card, we have First Lady Flames versus Vixen the Assassin. We recently seen Vixen the Assassin on Kings versus Queens versus DNA. She won a Caffeine vote 3-0 in that battle. First Lady Flames has, she's a gatekeeper on Queen of the Ring. There's a lot of people who must go through her to make it to the next level. This should be a great back and forth. We can't wait to see this matchup. Next on the card, we have Bonnie Godiva versus KCJ. This is going to be an interesting matchup, seeing as KCJ was recently on Kings versus Queens as well. She also had a 3-0 in the Caffeine vote versus her opponent Swamp. Bonnie Godiva, we recently saw on King of the Dots tournament Grand Prix. She went against Show Off, and she lost that battle to the vote. However, we're getting to see both of these ladies square off again and see who takes the crown in this matchup. Next on the card, we have Coffee versus Miss Miami. The last time we seen both of these ladies, they faced off against a man. We had Coffee versus B-Magic, and we had Mrs. Miami versus Ill Will. Both were really good matchups. Both of those ladies stand a test of time against men, but this should be one of those matchups with a great back and forth with the style that both of them have. Next up on the card, we have Yoshi G versus Tori Doe. This should be an interesting matchup, being as though Yoshi is known for having controversial rounds and antics within her battles as of recently. She went against Bill Collector recently, and That battle turned out to be very controversial. A lot was said about that battle on social media and in blogs. Tori Doe, the last time we seen her was at Royalty versus Chess. That battle also had a bit of controversy in it, but now these ladies get to square off against one another and see who takes the crown on that night. Again, that will be airing live and for free on Caffeine November the 14th, and we'll see you guys there. Next up, we had King of the Dots Grand Prix tournament with the East Coast Division over the weekend. We had an undercard this weekend. The first battle on that undercard was Fettuccine versus Red Flag, which was a very fun battle to start the night. I know that the fans really enjoyed that one. The crowd really enjoyed that one. The judges had Fettuccine winning that battle. Next up on the undercard was Dub the Phenom versus City Towers. That was an interesting matchup, a great back and forth. The judges chose Dub the Phenom for the win in that one. Now we get into the actual 50K tournament battles. We had first up Jay Murder versus Show Off. Both of those guys did exactly what they're known to do. They are brothers. They came in there together, but they were swinging at each other. It was a very intense matchup. The judges in the end chose Jay Murder in a split decision. Very good job to him. He will be continuing on and battling someone from the north next week. We have Head Ice versus XL up next. In a unanimous decision, the judges chose XL with the win. We had Ice-T in the building that night. He was very excited to see Head Ice. However, Head Ice choked in the third round. I think everyone in the building and everyone watching felt the pain. He knew he was not going to continue on for the 50K. Shout out to XL and congratulations to him. He will be moving on and battling in the north for the 50. He will be continuing on for the 50K. Last but not least, we have John the Dime announcing his tour on Caffeine that will start November the 14th. The Next Top Bull tour. That will start off in Yonkers, go over to Rochester, Detroit, St. Louis, Los Angeles, Oakland, Houston, and Tampa. Make sure you're following Bullpen Battle League on all social media to figure out how you can apply for a chance to be on that tour. Thank you for tuning in to Punchlines and Politics, your #1 source for battle rap news. Make sure you're subscribed to 15 Minutes of Fame on all social media and on YouTube. I am Slim Reda. Make sure you follow me on all social media. Make sure you follow the A&R Show, and we'll see you next time.
15 Minutes of Fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.